Hello everyone. This is PRUDHVI. Today we are going to discuss about the relational database and non-relational database and some advantages and some examples and how it is difference between the SQL and non-SQL. First, we are going to discuss about what is a relational database. A relational database organizes data into tables which can be linked or related based on the data common to each. The capacity enables you to retrieve an entire new table form data in one or more tables with a single query. It also allows you and your business to better understand the relationship among all available data and gain new insights for making better decisions or identifying new opportunities. It's a relation database has a prevalent technology for decades. They mature, proven, and widely implemented. Competing database products, tooling, and expertise abound. Relation database provides a store of related data tables. Like this, these tables have a fixed schema used SQL structure to manage data and support ACID guarantees. For example, imagine your company maintain a customer table that contains a company data. Each customer account and one or more transaction tables that contain data description, individual transactions. And the column for the customer might be customer ID, company name, company address, etc. The column for the transaction table might be transaction date, customer ID, etc. and so on. The table can be related based on the common customer ID field. Then the social information have a preserved information a long time. They develop, demonstrated, and generally executed. Relational data, relational under NoSQL are two kinds of information framework based on commonly implemented cloud native apps. They build differently, store data differently, and access differently. In this section, we will look at both. Later in this, we'll discuss on how these queries database typically implemented by the stores. And then next we'll stick into the what is relation database give us. As a primer, most relational database come with 4 primary guarantees like atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. Its atomicity is a guarantee that any series of operations within a transaction are treated as a single unit. The entire thing either succeeds or fail. A consistency means the guarantee that any operation against the database will leave it in a valid state. Isolation means its operators execute concurrency will leave the database in the same state. They will be have executed sequentially. Durability means if the transaction is committed, it will stay committed regardless of whether the system crashes or power failures. And next we are going to about non-SQL information base, including super executions like rather than joining the standard information. NoSQL stores unstructured semi-organized information frequently in key scheme matches like JSON achieves NoSQL data commonly aid in accidents. It's a non-SQL information based on incorporated few instincts models for getting and parsing information, each with an explicit use of case. These are four types in the non-SQL database: document store, and key value, white column, and graph store. Document store is a set of sort of NoSQL data set that comprises a set of key ST matches put away report that achieves our fundamental unit information, which can likewise bunch of statements. Being a NoSQL database, you can easily store the data without implementing a scheme. schema. You can transfer the object model directly into document using several different formats. The most commonly used JSON, JSON and XML like that. Next one is key value store. Key value store is the database or simplest type of NoSQL database. You can thank them to their simplicity. They are also most scalable, allowing the horrible scaling of large amount of data. These key values on some example. And the next one is white column database. White column database is another type of non-SQL database. In them, data is stored in grouped, separately stored columns instead of rows. Such database organize information into columns that functionally similar to tables in a relational database. Then next go to graph store. Graph store is used to flexible graph to representation of to manage the data. This graph consists of two elements, nodes and edges. The relationship between entities allows the data to store linked together directly and in many cases retrieved with one operation. Nodes and edges have defined properties. By using these properties, you can query data easily. Since this type of data storing queue specific, it is not commonly used in non-SQL database. However, there are certainly used in cases having graphical representation based solution. For instance, social networks often use graph to store information about their users or linked. These non-SQL databases have a dictionary data structure consists of set of objects represents fields of data. Each object has a unique key to retrieve data to a particular object. This value can number a string or even another set of key value pairs. These are some advantages of NoSQL database. It's a high wire performance and high read performance, easy horizontal shared and easy scheme updates. More reliable to the prediction of performance. These are 5 critical differences between SQL and non-SQL relational databases. SQL databases are relational, non-SQL databases are non-relational. SQL database structured query language and NoSQL database dynamic scheme unstructured data. SQL is scalable and vertical, non-SQL horizontal scalable. SQL database table based and non-SQL based document based key value and graphs. SQL database is better multi-row transactions. It can multitasking, while NoSQL based better unstructured data like documents and JSON. These are some references what I got. Thank you guys.